Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best shooting guards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 16,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of daily MyTEAM content. Really haven't missed a day all year besides one that is family emergency I couldn't avoid. I mean, we've been grinding out here, tons of daily content, so we'd really appreciate that subscribe. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. Going to start off at the number 10 spot. Number 10 shooting guard position actually isn't too bad. It's a good, deep position, I got to say. I'm going with Amin Thompson at number 10. He's a Ruby. He's 13,000 MT. He's a really good 13,000 MT card, though. I mean, very, very solid all-around card. Unfortunately, the Rockets lost a couple of close games in the in-season tournament, prevented him from getting higher. But 95 speed, 95 excel, 90 driving dunk, and a very versatile defender with playmaking badges, including gold blow-by and speed booster, as well as silver handles for days, gold glove, pogo stick, silver challenger clamps. He's a really good defender, super long, super big, great wingspan, great height, great player build, elite slasher, fast release, although hitchy, but at least it's quick. And then he moves well, and he's a great defender. He's like one of the best budget cards in the game. For 13k MT, you're not getting a better value card at the shooting guard position than Amin Thompson. He's basically budget MJ. It's pretty much what you're getting out of Amin Thompson for 13,000 MT, which is really, really nice. Speaking of budget MJ, although not budget, is Jaylen Brown. He's basically MJ, but a little bit worse as well. Kind of like MJ. He does have a better 3-ball rating and better shooting badges than MJ, but MJ has a slow release. So does Jaylen Brown. So that hurts them both. He's very athletic and a very good finisher, just like MJ, but he's not quite as quick. He's good defensively, but not quite as great. Good playmaking-wise, but also not as great. He's, again, just a worse MJ. He's not a great card. He's not terrible. I think number 9 is fair for Jaylen Brown. Pretty good card, but nothing special. Mikal Bridges is number 8 for me. I like this card 3 and D. Like shooting or scoring wise off the dribble, he's not an elite finisher. He's got okay finishing badges. Shooting badges are pretty good, but the playmaking badges just aren't there. He doesn't have the playmaking badges like the speed booster, handles for days, bailout, break starter, things that you need, blow by, all that type of stuff. Now, release is quite good on him. He's very good defensively. He's long. He's got a nice player build. He's going to play lanes very effectively, and he's got a very nice release that I think is smooth and easy to grant. I think he's a very good card. He just doesn't play make well enough to be high enough on this list. Like a guy like Gerald Wallace even is very, very good defensively, just like Mikal Bridges. Maybe not the same Hoffs, but the defensive stats are exceptional. He's big at 6'7" with a massive player build, burly player build as well. He's fast and he's a decent shooter. Doesn't have the shooting badges, but that's okay. Super duper athletic, great finisher, much better playmaker than a guy like Mikal Bridges as well. And his release is nice, so he's going to hit his open 3 balls. That's about all I need him to do when it comes to shooting the ball. I understand Gerald Wallace is only a Ruby, but I think it's very, very fair to put him all the way up at the number 7 spot. Like, he is an absolutely elite shooting guard option in my team, especially for his price. Number 6 is going to be ISO Joe Johnson. I seriously considered putting Gerald Wallace over Joe Johnson, considering he has both a better release than Joe Johnson and is a better defender than Joe Johnson. But the good thing about ISO Joe is that he has the ability to get every single badge. So if you have him badged up in extra areas, that can make him a lot better as a playmaker and a defender. And defensively, he's still pretty good. He has all the elite shooting badges, which do help make up to a certain extent with the release being kind of mid. He's a good finisher, pretty good shot creator, fast, versatile, great all-around stats, good size, the shooting guard position. When you got him badged out a little bit, he's still a very, very good card. So I gave him the edge, and I put him at number 6. Number 5, going to be Michael Jeffrey Jordan, the GOAT, all the way down, barely cracking the top 5 at this point. And it's only because of one reason. It's just because he doesn't shoot the ball that well. His release is slow, and he doesn't have elite shooting stats or badges either by any means. But MJ just simply is not that great of a shooter in this game, and honestly, until they change his release this year, he's not going to be, because his release is pretty baited. So even if they speed it up a bit and drop us a Galaxy Opal MJ at some point in January or something, like, he's just not going to be that good unless his release is changed. Super duper athletic and an exceptional defensive guard, one of the best defensive guards in the entire game. He's an elite slasher, and his SIGs are really good. I mean, he moves quite well. He just doesn't shoot the ball that well. Not great shooting stats or badges, and that's kind of a killer in a lot of ways, especially at the shooting guard position. So despite him being really right among the best at everything else you can do at the shooting guard position, the lack of shooting puts him down. It's still just barely cracking the top 5. Number 4, Brandon Roy. Kind of like Joe Johnson, the assumption with Brandon Roy is that you probably have him badged out, especially since he is the Season 1 Ultimate Reward. If you have this card, you've had him for over a month and a half at this point at a very minimum. 6'6", 6'8" wingspan. fan, though. Good stats all around. Defensively, not great, but again, like I said, the expectation with ranking this card this high is that you haven't badged out at this point. If you do have, which means you've upgraded the speed booster, the handles for days, the blow by, the bailout, the unpluckable is added. Badges like Limos Flange are upgraded. Agent 3 is added. You got defensive badges like Clamps and Interceptor and Anchor added. Like, there are things done to this Brandon Roy, and when those things are done, he's one of the most complete shooting guards in the game. He's already an exceptional slasher with great finishing badges, good shooting badges, and they can be great. He's got an elite release. Movement-wise, he's very solid. And defensively, he's good with good size at the shooting guard position. He's an elite card, and once you badge him out, really makes him exceptional. Still in my team. Nick Young comes in at number 3, the most affordable, fun card in the game. At 84k MT, he is basically a park player offensively in a lot of ways. Now, his escape is bad, but outside of that, 88 speed, 84 excel, 95 shot 3, shooting badges that are exceptional, playmaking badges that are also very, very good, defensive badges that aren't great, but also not terrible. Near 80 interior, over 80, mid 80s, perimeter and lateral quickness, defensive badges that aren't too bad. Really athletic, elite finisher with great shooting ability, good speed, and an exceptional release. The Jamal Murray escape, which is absolutely exceptional as well. I don't even know where it's located, but I know that's what he's got. I don't like his actual thing, though. The basic escape that he's got pretty much sucks, but his release is maybe the best in the game right now, and he's just so glitchy offensively with an exceptional escape, really good sigs outside of his regular escape. He's got an exceptional, he's such a good versatile card. Elite level offensive shooting guard. Good enough to make up for not being the greatest defender because he's good enough. So, yeah. Paul George is shooting guard number 2. Honestly, shooting guard number 2 and shooting guard number 1 are pretty much the same card. They're both incredibly versatile all-around shooting guards who are elite level defensive guards as well. Really the reason that gives Jimmy Butler the edge over Paul George, because I think y'all can guess with Jimmy Butler. Specifically, this Pro Pass one can get every badge. That's really nice. Obviously, stat and badge-wise, they're actually pretty similar cards. Like Paul George, Jimmy Butler, I wouldn't say are all that dissimilar. I give the slight edge, well, with Pro Pass Jimmy simply because of the ability to get every single badge, because you can just have him more complete than Paul George when you want to. Stat-wise, he is a bit better as well, especially at the defensive end of the court. He's just going to be a better defensive card as a whole. He's more athletic, a little faster, all the way around, just better statistically. Still a very good slasher. Not quite as good shooting-wise, but has pretty much as good of a release, and defensively, he's going to be the better card. He's a little more versatile. He's a little better as a playmaker for sure. He's just a more versatile all-around card than Paul George, who is still an exceptional card. Both of them absolutely elite at the shooting guard position, but Jimmy Butler is another top-tier level 40 reward. We've gotten 3 really, really good ones this year, and Jimmy Butler is another exceptional one who I am excited to add to the squad at some point in the near future. But with that being said, this is my top 10 list of the top 10 shooting guards in my team right now. Let me know what you think of my list in the comment section down below. If there's anything you change, feel free to let me know. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.